Welcome everybody. My name is Becky Cohen. I am a one-star platinum leader and trainer, travel booker. Been with the organization, gonna be 2 years on the 6th of June. Yay. You know what, you guys, when I first got started, I didn't have help. I joined off of a recorded presentation, Nikki Lee's recorded presentation, almost 2 years ago, right? And my travel trainer kind of ghosted me. So be thankful and grateful for those people that are out there helping you, being able to attend these live trainings to get you started and on your journey, because it's very important, right? It is very important. And that is why I am here helping you guys today, right? So what are we going to do? Michelle, I'm not sure why you're not getting it. Have you checked everywhere in all of those? Everybody else got their email. So what did I just do? We are doing, this is for how to create a qualifying form using, is that what it is? I don't even know what the training is today. Maybe I've got the training wrong. I thought it was a qualifying form. Maybe it was a Google Doc one. I hope it was the right one. Anyways, let me go here, double check. The qualifying form. She had it a Google Doc. I don't know. Okay. So when I was just thinking about that. Anyways, okay. So we are doing a Google Doc, a Google form. Sorry. Now I'm all confused in my mind. Anyway, yes, what do you guys need first and foremost to do a booking? You need to qualify your client. So you should have, and you can have this on a jot form. You can make it however you want this. I like Gmail. I use, as you guys can see, all kinds of things inside of Gmail. When you come into your Gmail account, like if I was to come in here, this is my email. I'm going to come in here, and your 9 little dots up here on the top right-hand corner, this is where everything's at. So go ahead, Michelle, and check inside of here as well. You guys can scroll down, and my forms are all the way towards the bottom. You're going to open up your forms. Okay. This is where you guys are going to find, you guys actually got an email. The majority of you that were here on time or early already have an example of a qualifying form from me. So you guys are going to have in here your forms. It should be in here. Find your forms in here. You guys are going to create a new one. You can start a new form, or you can use one that already has some things available. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go with this contact information one, and we're going to start from there, right? You guys have that one? You guys can start from there. We're going to open up a new one. And there's what it has, right? So some of this stuff is what we're going to need. We're going to need a lot of this information. So we're going to keep it. What else am I going to bring up? I'm going to bring up in another tab, as you can see, you guys. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Oh, darn it. There, now you can see me. Do you guys see me? Is something going on? Okay. Do we have it right? Do you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Because I was confused there for a minute, because I know my internet just did weird things. Anyways, all right. So again, was I sharing my screen to begin with, or do we have to go back for the recording? You guys should have, I'm going to go back to my email and just start over just to be on the safe side. I don't know if I was sharing. So you guys should have in your Google Gmail, it's those 9 dots. You're going to open that up, and you're going to find forms down at the bottom, right? You're going to click into that, and it's going to open up your form. You guys are going to start with a fresh form. You can start with a blank, or you can use this one that's already kind of pre-filled out with some contact information. That's the one that we've got open now, right? We're going to open up that one. We're going to have that out open. And as you see, I have 2 tabs open. Well, I have more than 2 tabs open, but here's another form. Okay. This one's another form, because I'm going to be going back and forth. So because you're going to use that example that I sent to you as your to go by, this copy of Away From Home, and you're going to copy and paste a lot of the stuff that's already here. So this makes it really simple. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to end up creating your own name. Whatever the name of your business is, you can have that up here. I don't know what the name of your business is, but you're going to put that up here. Inside this first area, you guys, it's really simple. Just copy all this stuff out of here. Okay. Just copy it off of that copy of mine and paste it over here into your description, because this is the majority of this is what everybody has on their form. That we're just giving our clients information about how to contact us, right? What it is that what we're giving them, or when we're going to get back to them. And again, you guys, I get a lot from my Google business. So I get an email in my Gmail that somebody has either messaged me or whatever on my Google business. I hit their email and I respond back to that, and I tell them, okay, great, I'll be happy to help you with your Hawaii vacation or whatever the case may be, right? And from there, I say, please fill out the link or click into the link below to fill out my vacation request form. And that's what I call it. It's a vacation request form, right? So again, this is going to be their name that they're going to put in there, their email, their address, their phone number. All of these things are going to be required. Everything that you put in here is going to be required. You need this. You need all of this information, all right? So the next thing that comes out, and we're going to go through and we're making this. And again, this one, it has the email right up top. And then of course I have my tagline is making your next vacation feel like home. So you guys are not going to copy that. If you have a tagline or a mantra or whatever, you could put that in there. That's my tagline. On this example, somebody actually I was sending my form and forgot to put viewer on it, and therefore took out my logo. So you can add your logo in here as well, right? So we're going to come down to this next area. You guys are going to add a box. So on your form, you can come in here, and in this box, we're going to change this one up. This is going to be like check boxes, as you see, because that's our next question. Now you can move these around as well, right? So you can move this around. So did you see how I did that? I came up here to these dots and I'm moving this one around. I'm going to put all that stuff up top. I don't know that mine actually has that. I'd have to go and open mine as well. Let me go in and open the one I actually send out. Let's have 3 open so that we can see them. So here is mine. This is not my copy. This is mine, the one I actually use. And of course, I put my logo. I did kind of put my Away From Home Travels. That's off my logo. Today's date, and then I kind of go into it. See, so my second question is, are you prepared to make a deposit if the quote is acceptable? So that's this one, right? So that's the one that we put next. I've taken out now, I've actually taken out the maybe. You guys, you want to know why? Because I don't want the maybe people. I want a yes or a no. If they're going to answer no, I might contact them back and ask them, are you just looking right now? Is it not close enough? And then, have a conversation with them, right? And then, so your next section is going to be this. Do all of your clients, do all the travelers have a passport? So here in our next one, you guys, how do you create another question? You're going to put it here. I didn't get that other one. Let's drop this one in there. Okay. Okay. Option 1, add all. We can add all, and then you can get rid of the maybe check boxes. This is required. let's go ahead. We're going to add in another section by just the time. Okay. And then we're going to go back up. We're going to put that other question that we skipped. This one. Into our questions, paste. Okay. Add all. And then again, I'm going to get rid of the maybe, and it's required. Do they have valid? Right. And then you guys just continue on adding in the next question. And it's going to move down. Oops. I guess it was in the right place. I'm not really paying attention here. There we go. So we're down here. Add our next question. What is our next question going to be? We already name up all the travelers. So we need that one. And this one is not a multiple, it's a paragraph. So that they have room to put in all of that. Now we're going to add another question. And you guys are just going to continue down, right? So we already have their email, their address, and their phone number is already up there. So now here is the next question. And you guys, if you're specializing like in just wedding or honeymoon or that category, if you guys are specializing in a category, in a niche, if you have a niche, then you can define this stuff. So this for me is just everything. You could add stuff in here or take stuff out. Like if you just wanted to have sports stuff going on, then you can just have that. You can have multiple qualifying forms, right? So you could have a qualifying form for wedding and destination wedding and or honeymoon, whatever, right? If it's a destination wedding, why I'm saying this is because there's multiple people, correct, on a destination wedding. And then you come down here and you're going to read over some of the stuff that I have written in here that you guys can, again, alter and make your own to however you feel. Again, you don't have to charge if you don't want to. I'm totally up to you. This is your business. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. Okay. So this is why I say up in this area, you could just like have one for just maybe you want to specialize in Disney. Do you want a Disney cruise? Do you want Adventures by Disney? Do you want to go to Disney World? Do you want to go to Disneyland? You know, right? Do you want to go to the Aulani Resort in Hawaii? So you could have that right here. But we're just gonna I would suggest that you just, you know, if you want to start with all of them, then you can. Right? So that's our next question. And then you would add in all of your check boxes. Option 1 is going to be whatever flight, hotel. I'm going to add in then rental. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to add another one and I'm going to say all inclusive. Oops. Gotta watch my spelling, you guys. All inclusive resort. A lot of people don't even understand what that means, right? With that, we want to say maybe adult only. Right? Adult only. I'm gonna have to come back. Now we want flight, hotel, rental cars, all inclusive, cruise. What else do we offer? Sporting event. You could say excursions. What else do you guys want to, like, is this a, and you can add it in here. So some of this stuff I probably don't have on mine. Destination, wedding. Honeymoon. Whoops, right? And so on and so forth, correct? You guys kind of get that, right? And again, so the form goes over shows, sporting events, concerts, family theme parks, blah, 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 right? You guys can take some of those tours. You know, a lot of it's going to be like, you could put in, if you like tours, a lot of people want to go on mission tours, right? Mission trips or tours of the wonderful places in Europe, like Israel, and tour around. Those are some fantastic tours. So make sure that you have that one. And then of course, your number of travelers, right? We need to know the number of travelers, number of adults, number of children. And you guys are just going to go through, add all of these sections in. Ages of the children at time of travel. This is very important. And we can put in here, oops, I took it out of here. Ages. At time of travel. Because this one is must be specific. I'm just going to add that in. Okay, must be specific because you have to know for their ID. Number of hotel rooms, bedrooms needed, number of each people in each, and you can add in to this one as well. Rooms, number of hotel rooms, bedrooms. Again, you could say cabins on cruise. Whatever. And again, if you wanted to do special for special ones, then do it. Like if you just wanted a specific qualifying form for just cruises, you could do that. Cabins on cruise and whatever else, right, that you can think of in that category. Type of accommodation. So do they want a standard room, an ocean view, an ocean front, a suite? And this one again, you're gonna, I would say a swim up is very popular. Swim up suite. Okay, swim up suite. Please be specific, right? Reason for the travel. And again, I want to know why they're going. So that kind of gives you a little idea of what they're going to be doing, right? What they might have. The last one, right? What are they, you know, what they're there for, right? If they are a girls trip, or maybe it's a bachelorette party, maybe it is the girls on this bachelorette party, but they're going to Jamaica. Maybe they're going to view the resorts for her to do a destination wedding. That's information that you might want to know, right? Cheryl, where were you at? What was the last question? So Cheryl, I think you came in a little bit late. Everybody, I have this qualifying form that I'll give you an example of, so you have all the questions, okay? So then of course we need to know departure information. So you need to know what they're closest to. And again, I'm going to put in here departure information, city, state, airport, or if no flight, and that should have been clicked up here with the flight. If they don't need a flight, then they're not gonna, if they're gonna put NA down here, right? They're gonna put in NA. If multiple, please include. And I have a lot of people that give me multiple. And when you get them on the phone, then once you are going over the form with them, you're going to say, well, which one is closest to you? Because in your mind, you should have some idea of which is the bigger of the two. Normally the bigger of the two not necessarily is going to be the best flights. I know I'm in between. I'm in Junction City, Kansas. I can fly out of a couple of different, there's one that's 20 minutes away, although they're redoing the tarmac right now in Manhattan, Kansas, right? I can go about 2.5, almost 3 hours to Kansas City, right? That's east. Those two are east of me. I can go west of me and go to Salina, which is a little itty bitty, probably the same as the Manhattan one. I've never been to it, but it's probably pretty small. I've never looked into that. Or I can drive an hour and a half, almost 2 hours down to Wichita, Kansas. And actually, that's what I did the last time. I like the Wichita. And these are things, and I was able to get a really good flight out of Wichita versus going to Kansas City, fighting all that big stuff, all the traffic of going there, so on and so forth. So again, get to know your area or the area that your client is in and know all of the airports around. And that's just good. That's just good customer service, right? Departure, return, flexible. Are they flexible? Because sometimes a better day of the week might be a better flight. Okay. Date, range, number of nights, if answered to flexibility. All right. And now this one is very, very important, you guys. This is a must have. You have to have this. You cannot have clients coming to you and saying, well, I just want to go somewhere warm. I don't care. Well, you know what? Warm to me is Nevada. Do you want to just go to the Nevada desert out in the middle of nowhere? I don't really think so, right? But I would. Sign me up. I used to live in the middle of Nevada, out in the middle of nowhere. So you know what? I'm all about that. But that's not going to be for everybody. So you cannot choose somebody else's vacation. This is why we qualify them, right? So first and foremost, they have to have a budget per person. What are they wanting to spend? And in this question, you could actually say minimum and maximum if you wanted to do that. I don't. Is it flexible per person? Yes, no, or maybe. Sometimes I feel like I might want to just take the maybes out because sometimes the maybe gives you too much. Well, maybe, well, no, not that much, right? It's either a yes or no. Do they want a car rental? Yes, no, or maybe. Do they want travel insurance? And I am going to take the maybe out of this one. So for me, it is travel insurance is highly recommended, you guys. Why? Because they're protecting their investment. If their vacation isn't for another year and they want to go on a vacation, then they better have travel protection because some sort of life happening might happen within that year's time, right? And so we don't want them not to be able to at least get a credit for what they've already put in, right? If they've already paid for it in full, even though it's a year out or 9 months away, we want them to get a credit back or a total cash refund. So this is very important, and that's what you're going to explain. Right? Don't have them in. If they decline this insurance, then you want to have a specific Google Doc or a Google form or whatever saying with their signature on it that they've declined it. So I would suggest a Google form or Google Doc. Okay. Do they want transportation to and from the airport? Majority of the time, if they're going to an all-inclusive like Cancun, then yeah, it's more than likely added in. It's already there from the hotel, from the, okay. And then of course you ask them the question, is there anything special? Do they want anything special? Please be specific. And you guys see down at the bottom, it does have some of this just information. In this, it says due to travel, you guys can I started charging $50 because when I first started, I had a lot of looky-loos. They all wanted me to research. And frankly, I was working over 70 hours a week, 6 days a week when I first got started into the industry. And I just didn't have time. Okay. So I said, hey, my time is valuable to me and you will find value in what I'm giving you. Okay, it includes all of this stuff in here. And then it also says, once you fill out this form and agree to the terms and conditions, a complimentary phone consultation will be arranged. During that call, if both parties decide to move forward, the fee will be due and collected prior to any planning research of the prior to any of the planning, it should say, I guess, before the vacation begins. Okay. And of course, it goes on to say, you know, all this other stuff, which I got from, you know, another agent, and this has been passed down. You guys can change this. Note, flight only, group bookings, blah, blah, blah. You guys can change all of this because I kind of added this in as my own, and then I've added more in, and then I've got this. Now, if I come back to, and I'm gonna say, I think I took it out. Nope, I did. This is the one now, because you know what, you guys, this is mine that I actually send out. If you guys get a lot of people that just want flight only, I suggest you have something that specifically talks about flight only, because you know there are no commissions in flight only unless you find one through Centrav. And so for flight only bookings, okay, a fee will be, and I say it here because I have been getting a lot of people that want flight only. So it is $25, and this is what the majority of agents do. $25 per person for domestic and $50 per person international. Now I know some agents do to and from, so that would be $50 per round trip, inter or domestic, and 100 international per person, right? So then I tell them that the $50 non-refundable fee is waived for flight only bookings, because to believe it or not, you know what, flight only bookings are pretty simple to look up. If you guys have done that, yes or no. All right. And then I just have all of this other stuff. So yep, flight only, or they've agreed to the non-refundable, and then just all this other stuff. So do you guys have any questions on any of that? Do you guys like see how you guys, there's all kinds of little things over here that you can add your section. You could add a video. Of course, you can add images if you wanted to, but this is your form. You can change the style of stuff here, right? Add your questions. Here's how you add the section. Is the little plus that's going up and down. Let me get out of this one. This is our example, right? So you guys can come up here and you can change the color of your stuff to be a different color, right? You see it went from purple to blue. Let's change it again. You see that? So you can change your color. You can change your text. You can change the size, all right? The header. You can see the sizes, right? The theme. And now to view it, here's our view. We're viewing it. Okay. And then you guys, I want to say then when you get it, so you send it out. When you send it out, you guys, you're going to come in here to the send. This is what I do. I come in here to my link. I don't necessarily, like I did with you guys, I send it to your email, but you can grab your link, and you see how long that is. You're going to shorten your link, and then you're going to copy it. And now it's copied to our clipboard. Now we're going to send it out in an email. We're going to compose an email to whoever, Hawaii vacation, we're going to say. Something like that. Right? Oops. All right. And then I'm going to say, hello, whoever it is going to. Hello, Sam. Hello, Sam. And I always say, and this is something I always do, I say, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much. Family vacation this summer, right? I would be happy to help you and plan it for you. I guess that's redundant, but please find the link below to my vacation request form. Fill it out. And return it. And I probably fill it out. Sorry. And send it back to me. Okay. And then I'm going to pop in the link. There's the link. Gets those little things. And then you know what, you guys, you can actually link this as well. You're going to come down here in Gmail. You can link this right here. You're going to link it. See that? Dun, dun, dun. And you can close by saying, I don't know, sometimes, whatever I might say, if it's close, or I hope to, whatever you're going to say, I hope to hear back from you soon, whatever. Right? Oh, here, there we go. And then of course I have an e-signature, so I don't have to worry about anything else. Then I would send this out, right? And that's what I do, right? So that's what you guys are going to do. You're just going to go ahead and you're going to send all that out. And you're good to go. Now, what do you do? Right? Now you're going to say, now what do I do? All right. Now your form comes back. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go to my real one. Now your form is going to come back, and you guys can see here. If you know the numbers of your forms, and then of course your settings are right here as well. Make it a quiz. You can come in here, form defaults, settings to this form, question defaults. Inside here, inside the settings, someplace, I believe that you can make the settings so if they don't have a Gmail, that you can make it so that they can open it up anyway. Because, you know, if they've got a Yahoo, then it might not be able to open up. And I know my daughter helped me with that. So Eileen, what do you mean you don't understand how you save the link? So the link is here. The link is always here. So you're going to send it. Okay. So if you go to send it, here's your link. Right? So your link is right here. Look how long that is. So you're going to make sure that you're clicking the box to shorten it. Now you're copying it. That's where you get your link to your form. Each and every time you have to come in and get it. Right? Or you can, and again, you guys, so yep, you can have this on your Facebook. You can embed this to, you know, to be linked like on your Facebook business page so that they can get to your form in that, in those areas as well. You can have it on your LinkedIn. You can have this link anywhere, but with the link, you're going to want to say whatever you're going to want to say. So you're going to say, hey, looking for a vacation, please fill out my, you know, a special vacation request form in the link below, right? You guys can do that. Okay. So win-win. This is like a win-win. Okay. So on your responses, you're going to get them back and you're going to come in here. Of course, you have to come into your forms. Normally I get an email telling me that I got my form came back. The last person that I sent out to has not sent my form back. And you guys can get rid of these. You can delete these. You can come into them individually and you can delete them, right? But you're going to come into somebody's form, individual, and you're going to see what they've filled out. You can open that up. We can drop it down. This lady just wanted a flight only. So that's why I added in that flight. And here are the responses now to everything that you just created. Yay, right? So here's the responses. Here's her email. Here's today's date, right? If she's prepared, yes. And again, you see that I changed it. It doesn't have a maybe. Yes, do they have? Not sure, but we'll find out and follow up. I have that for the passports. Who all's traveling? Hers was, it is a flight only, but hers got kind of like specific, and I'm going to show you that. Her email, where she's actually here in the States. She's actually in Kansas because again, this came from my Google business. She found me. Her husband is in Hawaii with her son. All right. So they just wanted flight. So when I saw that, I had to add that little section into my flight. She's telling me everything that's going on. Some will be 7. No rooms, nothing else, scoping out new home location and returning to Honolulu. So she gave me her explanation, sorry. And there are 2 different trips as she's already here in Kansas. So again, she's given me all kinds of great information on this one. So her husband and her son need a round trip and are departing June 26th. And then she tells me when they want to go back. So they're spending almost a month, right? Here checking things out. Flights, it was flexible, 18 to 21 days. Here is her budget. So she had a budget, no more than, and she told me that $750 round trip per person, and then $500 one way, right? Budget flexible, maybe. All right. So no car, no travel insurance, no transfers, right? And here's what she tells me now. So they needed the round trip for the son and dad, obviously, because they're in Hawaii, they needed to come here, and then they were all going to be going back. And again, I had to get on the phone with her a couple of different times to understand this completely. So I told her this, that, and the other. You know what? I looked at a bunch of stuff before I got any money. And then it came down to that she couldn't go. Something happened. She's military, so she could not go, although she paid me money for my time anyways. And you're going to find people like that. So if you start doing something and you're being honest and you're giving them value, because I straight up told her, here's what I'm finding. I'm having a hard time because you know what? She kind of wanted a nonstop. She didn't really want anything. And I'm like thinking, no, from Hawaii to Kansas. You know what, you guys, I've been a travel agent long enough, and this is why you guys do in and go into your vendors is for that knowledge first off, because I knew that there was no way she was going to get a nonstop flight from Hawaii to Kansas. No way, right? There's going to be at least a one stop, if not multiple. And when I went in to check it out, yep, multiple stops, huge layovers. So I made sure and her budget wasn't really on point for what I was like looking at, you know, what I had in my mind. So I did do research to begin with, just to come back to her on that phone call, on that first phone call with her, and just let her know. Okay, here's what, this is what's up. I can move forward and keep on looking. And then of course it came down to it. Yep, let's book it. When we got to book it up, something else came up and she ended up just giving me $30 for my time, which again, to me, that was nice. She didn't have to give me anything. Okay. So do you guys have any other questions when it comes to doing that? And you can see, I can delete this. So you can delete any of these that you want to come in here and delete, which I probably should come in here and delete. And yes, you want to delete this? Yes, delete it, right? And now I'm down to 9. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on that? I'm going to go ahead again. Thank you, Becky Cohen, 1-star platinum leader, trainer, travel booker. What's the question? Awesome, Cameo. Let's go ahead and stop the recording. Thanks, you guys. This is how to qualify your clients from creating a Google form.